Hello, hello everyone. Getting all the last minute items situated for tonight's live. Sorry about the little jolting. Plugging everything in so we don't lose battery. All right. I'm just seeing spots. All right, if you guys are joining me tonight, just drop a quick comment and say hello. Oh, I found my little stopper. Okay, y'all gotta know, like, from behind the scenes stuff, I lost the little pin stopper for my glue. I had no idea where it was, and I just looked over and it was on my desk, so I must have just been looking over it the whole time. But if you are dropping by, drop a quick comment, say hello. We are going to be having a giveaway tonight, and that giveaway is going to be chosen from people who have participated in the comment section. So make sure to get those comments in, enter to win. I'm going to go a little bit into the live before I explain exactly what we're giving away, because I kind of want to show you guys all the new products first. But hello. We've got Cindy here from Ellenville, New York. I hope you're having some decent weather. You know, all over the place, weather's a little interesting right now. I know I'm actually heading out to California next week, and I'm going to be in the San Diego area, and I just read that there is like hurricane weather expected on the Baja Peninsula in California. And I guess that's part of Mexico as well. So I'm just like, never been to California when there might be a hurricane. So that'll be interesting. Audra's ready for happy hour. I knew that about you, girl. And hello, Gina. And as you guys can see, of course, I do have the sample of the card that we are going to be creating tonight. This sentiment just makes me laugh, and it might just be my upbringing, but I'm sure if you guys can relate, you'll understand where I'm coming from. This sentiment is like, the first thing it reminds me of is that like bass on a plaque that you can hit the button and it starts singing. It's like, don't worry, be happy. So that's what it reminds me of. All right, and hello, Jessica. Thanks so much for being here tonight, friend. You guys are awesome. We're gonna get ready to craft in just a minute. Like I was saying, if you're stopping by, make sure you make a comment. We are doing a giveaway tonight. I'll explain a little bit more about what we're giving away later on, but we are going to pull our winner from people who have participated by commenting in tonight's live. So even if you're just browsing by, a quick hello, a quick whatever, the question, whatever I can help with, we will be returning to that sheet later. And hello, Renee and Heather and Dawn. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. What I want to go ahead and start with, let me see if I can find them. I've not gone through to package them up. I have like my own little organization system, but we have two stamp sets. We have the Happy Everything, or we have the Oh Hello. So as you can see, when you order from the ThermOWeb website and you want to order one of the stamp sets, they do also come with a set of coordinating dies for each of these letters. I put them all on one magnetic strip for now. I will probably organize these a little better in the future, but each of these happies has its own coordinating die, and each of these hellos also have their coordinating die. So they are available separately for purchase, so you can do either the Happy Everything or the Oh Hello. And then this is the stamp and die set. So like I said, you'll get the dies with the stamp set. But I want to move on to the next items, how this is all going to coordinate. And this is when you're going to get into the different things that you can foil and add that extra Deco foil glam to your projects. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we also have coordinating adhesive transfer designs. So as you can see, we've got the Happy, oh, you know, I should probably make sure they're all on the same side because I can just move them around. So we've got the Happy Everything and the Oh Hello of the adhesive transfer designs. And I want to show you guys something really special about this. So if you take these hellos and you line it up, you're going to see that these stamps are the exact same size of the letters of the adhesive transfer designs. So what that means is you're going to be able to do some really fun different offset techniques. For example, you can stamp like this, and then you can place that that adhesive transfer so it's a little bit offset on top of it. So it's like shining on top with a little shadow underneath. So that's a really fun way to do it. Another thing that's really great about the coordinating adhesive transfer designs is you guys are going to be able to have some additional sentiments that are going to be added on. So like you can combine with hello, it's like hello friend, just wanted to say hello, hello you make me smile, hello sunshine, and then there's hello I miss you, and then hello I've been thinking of you. For the happy side, what we have, and of course you can see this all on the ThermOWeb website, we have, so with the happy, we've got a good chunk of happy birthdays that you can use. So happy birthday, 3 different happy's birthday options, and of course you can use the different sizes that are available. You also have Don't Worry, Be Happy, which is what we are going to be using tonight. We have You Make My Heart Happy. Actually, a little bit of a teaser. I have a blog post coming up next week that's going to do this You Make My Heart, but I'm not using happy. I'm using something else. So you guys are going to have to stay tuned for next week's theme to see what I'm doing. So it's really exciting. So what else we've got is It's a Good Day to Be Happy, which is great for like a birthday wish. It's great for just general encouragement. It's good for any time that you have a friend who's just doing something significant that day, and they could use a little extra hug in the terms of a greeting card. And then there's, of course, You Make Me So Happy, which is going to be perfect for your Valentine's days as well, just to give to a loved one. Great options for that. So now, going into a little bit more about, since these do coordinate with the stamp sets directly over, what that also means is that these dies are also going to fit directly over them as well. So like, for example, you can do the adhesive transfer with your Deco foil, and you can then die cut out the word instead of having to fussy cut. If this is not your first live with me, you have seen me fussy cut a lot of these transfer adhesives before. If you buy the Stamp and Die combo set and the adhesive transfer, you will be able to use this to die cut out these words. And the die cuts, of course, it'll be for the hellos and the happies, not all of the little sentiments that you can add on. But what I love about these is you can make these into really easy sentiment strips. And I know that I'm just kind of going on and on right now because I'm really excited about wanting to share all of this with you. I will go back and check questions in a second. I promise I'm not skipping anybody over intentionally. Okay, so what I want to move on to now is the last portion of what we have just released. So what we have going on right now, we have the Happy Everything A2 toner card front, and we have the Oh Hello A2 toner card front. So as it is, these are A2 size, so you can realistically use these as your card front for your standard sizing. But the way that some of the sentiments are, I don't know if you're really going to be using the whole panel entirely. But what's really cool about this is that with a heat transfer method, you can put one piece of foil over this entire thing, run it through your heat transfer method like a laminator or your ink machine, and you will be able to transfer that foil onto your toner card front. And then you've got all of these words and sentiments all foiled and beautiful. Now, going back to the Stamp and Die set, so I'm going to show you guys with the hello. Let me, I'm going to just kind of push this off for a second. So with this oh hello and with these stamp sets, these also fit directly on top of those toner card fronts. So you've got this hello, that's middle size hello, the small hello, and you're going to get the exact same thing with the Happy Everything Stamp and Die set as well. So now that you can see that these stamps fit over, what you've also probably figured out is that these die sets are also going to be able to die cut out these toner foiled words. So for example, for Happy, this large Happy die cut, you can place right over and die cut out just the Happy. You don't even need to use anything else. But what's great is if you foil everything at once, if you want it all the same color of foil, you can then put it in your stash and use it later. Or you can use the elements and make multiple cards, which offers for an opportunity to do a little bit of mass production. Just some different sizes going on. But look at this. You've got 3 happies, which means you can easily get 3 cards out of this. I'm already seeing 2 birthday cards and throw in a Don't Worry, Be Happy. And that's really easy if you're in a pinch and you're in need of a birthday card. So this is really, really exciting, you guys. I just went over 7 brand new products that have entered the ThermOWeb website as of of today. They are available for purchase. We're of course going to do a little bit of crafting, and I'm going to show you guys just exactly how these are going to be used. But I wanted to give you guys just kind of a preliminary look at how all of these sets are going to work together. Now, let's get into what we're doing for a giveaway today, because I want to make sure if you're watching me today that you're going to be able to enter to win this. So what we are giving away is really special today. The winner of today's giveaway for this Facebook Live, we are giving away one complete set of your choice if you want the Happy Everything or if you want the Oh Hello. And what I mean by everything, you are going to get the stamp and the die set. You are going to get the A2 toner card front that coordinates with the Oh Hello or the Happy Everything. And of course, you're going to get the adhesive transfer on top of that as well. But what good are those adhesive transfers and the toner card fronts if you don't have foil to use with it? So on top of the selection that you guys are going to get, we are also going to let the winner of today's giveaway pick any 2 Deco foils that are currently in stock on the ThermOWeb website, that they're going to be able to choose that to add into your prize package. So please make sure if you guys are watching that you are commenting, because that's where we are going to pull tonight's winner from. It's a fantastic opportunity if you really want to try out these new products. Otherwise, just have fun with me tonight. We're going to have a really good time. So I am going to go ahead. Let me organize a little bit what we're going to be using tonight. We are not going to be using any of the Hello products, but I do have a couple examples using the Hello products that I can show you, or actually just one example that I can show you guys later on. We're going to be focusing on the Happy Everything. So let's go ahead. Let's see. We're going to be using the dies. I need my toner card front out. I also need the Cheers adhesive transfer designs. And finally, I do need the Happy adhesive transfer designs as well. So we're going to say goodbye just for right now for the other products that are brand new. And let's get into a little bit of crafting, which is of course the best part of this. So I'm also going to be showing you guys another brand new product that didn't get released today, but it got released within about the past week and a half or so. So what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to start with just a standard white panel. This is trimmed down a little bit. It's a little smaller than A2 sized. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4. And what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to use the brand new Gina K Designs Masking Magic Strips, because I want to mask off a portion of this card that's not going to get any sort of ink on it. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the masking magic or not familiar with the strips, let me tell you a little bit about how this new set is going to work. So there are 3 different sizes that come with this. You're going to get 2 sets that are 1/8 strips. You're going to get 3 sets that are a 1/4 inch, and you're going to get 3 sets that are 30 strips. So in total, you are getting 80 plus 60 plus 30 total strips. That's 170 strips that you're going to be able to use just in one pack. And let me see, really quick, let me see, questions. Julian says, do the transfer panels come in the pack? If you are talking about the adhesive transfer designs, you will get a pack of one or the other. It depends on if you choose the Oh Hello or the Happy Everything. You don't get to mix and match with them. It is one or the other, so just keep that in mind when you're ordering. And this really is a great opportunity for the masking magic. So what I'm going to be using, and this is also really good to know, is these are color coordinated. So there is teal, red, and green, and they coordinate to what size strips you're going to use. I am going to be using 2 1/2-inch strips. So that means I'm going to be using some green masking magic strips. And I love the color coordination because it really allows for easy use and identification of these. So what we're going to go ahead and do is, because I want a panel off to the side, I am going to line this up the best that I can. Let's see. It's a little hard, let me move this for a sec, because it's a little hard working white on white. And because I'm butting this up so close to the edge, it's just taking me an extra moment or so to get that first one situated. If you are doing some sort of fun design with these strips, it's not going to be as finicky. Or if you're not using a white matte to ink blend on, it's gonna be easier for you. I kind of set myself up on this one. And we're gonna do a second strip because I do want about 1 inch of space. All right. Perfect. All right, and what's really nice about these Masking Magic strips is it's kind of also holding my panel in place. So let's do a little bit of ink blending. Actually, what we're really gonna do first is we're gonna put away these Masking Magic strips so I don't lose them. Because evidently I'm just in the mood of losing things on my craft space today, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit of ink blending. I need to move that off to the side, and we're gonna go in with my first color. You guys know I'm a Distress Oxide lover, so we're gonna be going in with some Kitsch Flamingo. I am going to be using predominantly today the Mystic Rainbow Deco Foil, and the Mystic Rainbow gives me some pastel vibes going on, so I'm going with some pastel colors. So we're gonna go in with this Distress Oxide of the Kitsch Flamingo, which I think has become my favorite pink. It's just a really good color. All right. And I'm also gonna kind of work towards the center. So the next thing I'm going to do, so I can try to keep my sections as even as possible of color, I am going to be using the shaded Lilac next, and I'm gonna be inking up the bottom. So let's go off here. And this is just gonna help me sort of gauge how much space I need for each color. So as you can see, the pink and the Kitsch Flamingo and the shaded Lilac are taking up about the same amount of space. So I'm kind of keeping everything nice and even. All right, let's make sure we're not missing any good comments. Yo, you guys all love the Masking Magic. I agree. It is one of my favorite products, and it's so helpful to have in your stash. Really, it is. I know you guys saw in my last Facebook Live that I did go ahead and use that Masking Magic to make a moon with some watercolor. That was a lot of fun. All right. Oxide, Renee loves Oxides. Julia loves her Mystic Rainbow. I love it too. I am a sucker for any sort of rainbow. And I'm so sorry, you guys. This is dried Marigold. So I'm just kind of going in with it, trying to get a real nice blend. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Kitsch Flamingo, just because that's kind of the best way that oxides work, is if you keep going back and forth with the colors. It smooths out those lines, and that's how you get that really smooth transition. Okay, so the next color I'm gonna need is Salvaged Patina, which, guys, I love this color so much. It is really one of my all-time favorites. If I was to go just based off of pure shade of the color alone, my 2 favorites are Salvaged Patina and Seedless Preserves. Oh, I just love them. They're such great colors. And it's a really good sort of pastel color. All right, so we got that Salvaged Patina, but I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that shaded Lilac. I am using a foam blending tool for this. I've kind of migrated away from using blending brushes with my oxides just because I like the more smoother transition that I feel that I get while using these round wooden blending tools. All right. And as you guys can see, we're keeping those colors about as even as possible. Let's go in. I think I'm gonna go in with some cracked pistachio next. That's gonna be my green for my rainbow, which has got a little bit of teal in it, or a little bit of blue. Let's go in like that. I didn't want to use Twisted Citron. I thought it was gonna be just a little too vibrant for what I was going for. So I thought cracked pistachio would be a good muted green color. I think cracked pistachio is also great for like spring and Easter projects. Just perfect. All right, so we've got that. Oh, your living and dining room is Salvaged Patina, Dawn. I'm jealous. That sounds absolutely beautiful. It also sounds like you have fantastic taste. So kudos to you, my friend. Oh my gosh, and Julia too? You guys are too good. Good taste all around. All right, and let's finish this off with some squeezed lemonade. Squeezed Lemonade. Okay, let me back up a little bit. So my favorite Distress Oxide yellow really used to be Mustard Seed, but I've recently fallen back in love with using Squeezed Lemonade, especially with these foam blending tools, because I get that heavier application of them. And I just think it's a really good yellow. So I really do like using it. Let's go, that's cracked pistachio, perfect. All right, so a little bit of that. And a little bit of dried marigold, not too much. And then we're gonna go back in with that squeezed lemonade. And as you guys can see, you can see every color that I used. I'm getting a really good transition of these colors because I kind of went back and forth with them. I didn't have to do too much guesstimating. All right, I think that's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to section away all of my inks. I can say sayonara Distress Oxides because we are done with them for right now. And what we're gonna do, let's do a little bit of bleaching with some water. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, you guys are all so kind. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead. I'm just kind of taking some water. And I didn't mention it before, and I apologize if that was a little loud. The water, or the paper that I use to blend on is the Strathmore Bristol Smooth Series 300 paper. It comes in a 9x12 pad of 20 pages. I just feel like oxides blend like butter on them. It's just wonderful. I've got my purple craft towel, which is just a microfiber cloth. And I've got those really fun bleach spots. And what I also have, let me show you guys. Masking Magic to the rescue. All right. So I can set that off to the side, and I really can get rid of my mat. But as you guys can see, that Masking Magic really set a nice little white panel on the side for me. That's gonna come in handy when I'm laying everything out in a little bit. So super, super fun. Can you repeat the paper type, please? Absolutely, Cindy. So it is Strathmore Bristol Smooth Series 300 paper. I should have it linked on my blog post for this project. So you should be able to find it over there. But if you look up like Strathmore Series 300, you should be able to find it in the 9x12 pad, no problem. So yes, super, super good. This is just gonna make a really stunning background. And ooh, I am so sorry. I threw something onto my OttLight and it blinked. But we've got these colors almost, you guys see the flash. We've got everything lined up. So let's get into, let's get into a little bit of foiling with toner before we get into the adhesive transfers. So what I wanna go ahead and do first is I wanna go ahead and show you guys how I'm going to use this happy. And then also, as you can see, I have this background of this frame that is all Mystic Rainbow. So let me grab my Mystic Rainbow foil, and I am going to need my Happy Everything toner card front. And I know I die cut it in advance, and I want to make sure I got the right size. Where'd you go, friend? Okay, I've got just a piece of just toner paper. So this is all black, which means I'm going to get a nice solid transfer of this. This is an A2 size, so this will nest really nicely on top of it. So that's kind of the effect that I'm going for. So let's do a little bit of die cutting first. So I am going to die cut before I do the toner transfer with heat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm using this middle Happy. I don't want the large one, it's a little too big for this project. So I'm gonna go ahead and line this up, and I do have my pixie tape, which is super handy and dandy. This is the product, I wonder if it came in a pack, the card front. The card front, you will get just the one style, so you're going to get either the Oh Hello or the Happy Everything, but you do get multiple copies when you order it. I don't know the exact quantity off the top of my head. It's somewhere between 4 and 8, I believe. 8, perfect. Okay, so I was close. All right, so I'm using my pixie tape to get this lined up. And as you guys can see, I'm holding down these dies in an attempt to not get any of the pixie tape on top of my letters. So, all right, so we're gonna do that. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I've got my banged up sandwich that I use for my Gemini Junior. I just had one of my plates cracked the other day, and I'm determined to use it until it actually like breaks in half. All right. All right, so we've got, look how perfectly it cut out that happy. Oh, you guys, if you gotta get the stamp and the die set first. It's really going to amp up your foiled projects by having that as an option. It's like what I love most about this set is how interchangeable everything and how everything can get tied together so easily. All right, so let's go ahead. I don't really need this anymore, I don't think. So I'm gonna set this off to the side. Let's do a little bit of cleanup because I realize I still have some ink. See, John, I agree. It's just perfect borders. And then Joyce, I just had a plate break in my Gemini. Already got the replacement. Joyce, I have like it's either 1 or 2 Gemini Junior plates in my stash, but I'm just determined to like get as much use out of them as possible before I have to replace. All right, so let's go ahead and, all right, where'd the Mystic Rainbow go? Okay, it's right here. Let's foil that happy word first. And I wanna look how exactly, all right, the color goes like that. All right, I know what I did. So let's take this out and let's see what we got. That's probably gonna be what we're using. Also, I'm gonna tell you guys, this Mystic Rainbow paper, or foil, it truly is magical. And if you guys haven't added it to your stash yet, put it in your cart, wait until you make your next order, because you're definitely gonna need it. It's beautiful. If you love the regular rainbow, you're gonna love this. And then, oh, thank you so much for stopping by, Donna. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Let's make sure we've got enough space for this happy. We should have no issues. Yeah, I say that, you know, issues happen all the time. Perfect. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do, this cutting mat sometimes is not my friend. Perfect. All right, save that for later. And then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is let's wipe this off. So what I like to do before I do anything with toner, I do like to take my microfiber cloth and I like to wipe off the toner portion to make sure that any residues that might be getting left on it, particularly residue and oils from my finger, are not there. And then I also wanna make sure to do the same with the foil. Okay, I do have my craft carrier sheet sandwich all ready to go. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is get this ready. And I'm gonna go ahead and line this up like this. My plan is to plate my foils tomorrow. Gonna be rainy and foiling always makes me happy. It's a great way to bring a little shine and shimmer into your craft room when it's a little dreary outside. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put my word like this. And we're gonna put it in the sandwich. And the other thing that I'm doing is I did look at the foil in advance. There are thin lines that run across it. And I wanted to make sure those lines are being fed parallel to the opening of my laminator. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I've got my laminator. Oh, and I've got cords everywhere. All right. So we're gonna process this through my laminator. Now I'm crossing my fingers that nothing has shifted because when I made my initial sample, I actually had a little bit of a problem where I didn't tack down my die cut to the foil with a piece of pixie tape. And it actually shifted and there was part of my word that did not get foiled. I panicked because I didn't want to have to do it again, die cut and waste a perfectly good sentiment. So what I found that I could do is that I could process it through my laminator once again, as long as that non-foiled section was now covered with foil. and I was able to get the transfer of it. So I'm going to show you guys, after we do a peel reveal of this, I'm going to show you exactly what I did with my sample. So let's go ahead. Let's get into a peel reveal. Ooh, you know what? Sometimes you can look at it and you can just tell that you're in for a treat. All right. Look at that. It is perfect. Look, look, look. Oh, you guys, it's beautiful. I'm trying to get it so you can see those colors. There you go. All right. So we've got it. So we've got our happy all ready to go. But I want to show you guys a little bit of what I was talking about. So when I went ahead and foiled this the first time, this is going to be very difficult to see, but I promise you it's there. My foil came like a little shifted, and I had a line that the top of my H was still black from the toner. So I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see if we can get the, do you see that there's like a harsh line on the green and the yellow on the H towards like the top of it? That's because I was able to process it once again through my laminator and get a nice clean transfer. So if you don't get it the first time, try it again. You might get everything covered on the second go around. The other thing that's really cool is I've got this perfect negative that I can now use for another project. And on top of that, once I do it onto a toner sheet or a toner card front or something, I can use my happy die cut over it. And it just really extends the use of what I'm using. All right, so we're gonna set that off to the side, and let's do the background, the entire toner sheet. So I'm gonna put this off to the side. I hope I'm not missing any questions. All right, great tip, great. All right, you guys are wonderful. All right, let's go ahead. Taking my microfiber towel. Now, the other thing too is you might think I'm being a little wasteful because I am going to be covering up a good chunk of this foiled panel. And it's just, this gives me extra peace of mind when I'm crafting that I'm not going to have any sort of a problem. But you guys can absolutely use and die cut from the center of this panel once it's done. I'll show you guys that as soon as we get to it. All right. Oop. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. All right. Perfect. All right. Hello, Jilly. I hope you're having a great evening, friend. Thanks so much for being here. You've been so awesome with showing up for our Facebook Lives. I appreciate it so much. So I'm putting it in my sandwich, foil facing up, grabbing my laminator. All right. And we're going. Annette, I promise you cannot go wrong with the Mystic Rainbow. Now, while this is foiling, I do want to take a moment to tell you guys, of course, be sure to comment if you haven't yet so you can be eligible for tonight's Facebook Live giveaway. But I didn't know if you knew that we currently have 2 other opportunities going on right now for other potential giveaways with this new release. The paper education team is currently doing a Instagram hop. If you go on over to the ThermOWeb Instagram page, that is the initial kickoff for our Instagram hop, and you can hop along to all of our participating paper education designers, and you're going to be able to also enter a chance. I believe it's for a $45 ThermOWeb gift card. We also have a post on the ThermOWeb blog that you can enter as well for another chance to win. So with tonight's live being chance 1, the Instagram hop is chance 2, and the blog giveaway is chance 3 to win and be able to purchase some of these brand new products. So make sure you guys, if you haven't, head on over and check out the blog and check out our Instagram for the hop. And I believe for the Instagram hop, you guys have until the 13th or 14th to enter. So you definitely have some time. And also, who's ready for an awesome peel reveal? Let's get into it. So, You guys. Oh, it looks so good. Look at all of this. I have like one little blemish down here, but this has got to be about 99.9% perfection. Oh, you guys, this color is just a magical, it's mystical, it's appropriately named, you know? It is awesome. All right, let's see. Can we guys get good color? Ooh, I see the reflection on my ink pads, which are in front of my workspace. Oh, it's just such a good color. And also, if those of you who may be asking why I put this onto a toner sheet, it's just a little bit thicker, so I can use it a little bit more easily in my crafting. It's really hard to just glue down a piece of foil because you're gonna get some wrinkles and whatnot in it. If that's the effect you're going for, I say have at it. But if you're looking for that nice smooth paper finish, you're gonna want one of those just solid toner sheets to work with. Oh, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. All right, so we're gonna come back to this later. I'm gonna set this aside with my happy word die. And you know what? I think with this happy word die really quickly, what's really nice about this toner with toner card fronts is if you get a little bit that's out of where you want it, you can just kind of take something sharp and rub it off. And then if it's on white, you can just take a gel pen and cover it up. So now you never even knew that there was a little bit of a blemish on there. Perfect. So let's go ahead. We've got a little bit more crafting to get into. So we've got our background, and I want to go ahead and I want to cut up some of these adhesive transfer designs from the Cheers set. Now, there it is. Okay, I do have a strip from when I was working on my Instagram hot projects that is still able to be used. And I want to use, am I using any of these? I'm using this one. I guess if I'm replicating it, I'm only using one. Oh, well. But that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cut off from the Cheers set. We're gonna do this margarita glass. And like I said, if you guys like tequila, there are like 2 margarita glasses that are in this set. And I'm really now in the mood to go out for like chips and salsa and a nice fishbowl margarita. Oh, it sounds heavenly. I've had a little bit of a week, so I'm really happy to be crafting with you guys tonight, but I also really may be in need of a drink later. You never know. All right, got that cut out. So let me get a little bowl just to put these in while I'm working. So I've got that off to the side. The other ones I'm using, we're gonna use this one. Oh, you know what? Let's just do, I can fix these later. I do like to trim these adhesive transfer designs fairly close to the image so I don't have to worry about overlapping. And we want this one too, down here. I also, if I could talk for a second about this Cheers set for the adhesive transfers, in my opinion, the best sentiments from the release. I mean, come on, save water, drink cocktails, tequila, lime, and sunshine. The best beers are the ones we drink with friends. I love it. I love it. I love products with a little bit of like humor to them, and that's what this set gives me. I love the Cheers adhesive transfer designs. All right, so let's go ahead, cut these out a little bit. Let's see, am I missing any important questions? There's always important questions. So, oh, what pencil did you use to erase the little dot? Jilly, I used a Sakura Jelly Roll pen to cover it once I sort of picked it off with my sharp tweezers. All right, I hope I haven't missed any questions. I'm just looking right now. Oh, Dawn's gonna be having a margarita after this live. Renee, I learned my lesson once before doing straight shots, and I don't mix. Okay, tequila straight shots, you know, that is, I agree, that can be a little challenging at times. You gotta get it with just like a good old like a lime margarita. Strawberry is also good. My husband is partial to mango flavoring. I say have at it. We went to an amazing Mexican restaurant earlier this summer. We were doing a road trip down to Gatlinburg, and we stopped for the night in Louisville. And we found this Mexican restaurant, and oh my God, the margarita menu that they had was honestly just magical. And we were feeling magical too, let me tell you. It was just, every once in a while, it just really hits the spot. Tips on how not to get streaks with negative foiling. I have 2 recommendations about the negative foiling, Kathleen. What I would recommend is first wipe off, actually I have 3 recommendations. First is wipe off the toner the toner sheet and wipe off the foil with a microfiber towel just to remove any sort of residue. The second thing that I would recommend doing is I would recommend looking on the back of your foil before running it through. Most foils, unless it's an intricate design like a shattered glass or something like that, you're going to be able to fairly easily see some lines that go across the foil. And I have found that when you process the foil through your laminator, it is less likely to wrinkle and you're less likely to get those lines. If you find that the lines in that foil, like I'm saying on the back silver side, if they are parallel to the opening of your laminator. So it's almost like your laminator would be eating one line at a time. That would be the best way I could describe it, or I think parallel to the opening should help as well. The other thing that I do when I'm using my toner sheets in an attempt to not get those lines, I actually use a piece of weighted cardstock as part of my sandwich, just to kind of help with any sort of wrinkling. Usually it's like a piece of Gina K cardstock, just because that's what I have on hand, and her cardstock is a really nice weight. But any nice weight paper that you have that's heavier than like a copy paper is what I would recommend. So we're going ahead, we're cutting this out. So that would be my 3 tips. Check for the lines on the back. Make sure you're wiping it with microfiber, both the foil and the toner sheet. And then also the sheet of paper that's a little heavier to help prevent the wrinkles. Those are the 3 steps that I did for tonight's live, and I personally am happy with how my toner results came. I know we're all particular to our own opinions, but I think it turned out okay. So that's what I would recommend. All right. Perfect. All 3 are cut. Make sure everything is off. Oh, yes, Julie, make sure to check out the blog for a list of any of the important products that are used for tonight's live. Oh, and Jean, thank you so much about the fussy cutting. Kathleen, where do you put the cardstock? Let me grab my sandwich really quick for you. So I've got my craft carrier sheet. I know I'm going a little off script at the moment, but I just want to show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is sometimes people call it parchment paper. I call it a craft carrier sheet sandwich that's folded in half. I also have made sure that there are no super significant, any sort of folds or creases in my craft carrier sheet. And then I have a piece of cardstock that just sort of slides inside. This is a really nice weight. I'm almost certain this is Gina K cardstock. I'm feeling it and the color is just escaping my mind, but it's clearly green. And then I'm just able to close it. I'm able to put my paper or my image for the toner first with the foil on top and go through. So I hope that's helpful. And then, are you using microfiber? I do use microfiber towels. Yes, absolutely. Grass green. Dawn is the expert. Thank you, Dawn. All right, so while we're getting this ready, so I want to go ahead and I want to line up all of these drinks and I want to replicate it as best as I can to what I originally created. I'm going to be starting with the first margarita glass up here, and I kind of offset them, kind of making it look like they're stacked on each other with none of them actually touching. Let's see. See, this is one thing. If I'm going to say anything about a detriment of being a male crafter, it's the nails. It's about being able to separate this stuff. But that's all I have to say. So let's go ahead. And now I'm kind of blocking a little bit. Let's do right there, just like that. Perfect. All right, next one is gonna be the daiquiri glass. And remember, when you are doing these adhesive transfer designs, you want to do it so the part where the design is printed on is what is sticking to the paper. It's really the only part that should stick. You know, it's taking longer for me to get these backings off because I cut them so small. All right, let's see. What are we doing? Stay tuned, y'all. There we go. All right, so let's get this. These tweezers are coming in handy to get these in place. There we go. Just like that. Does your laminator have heat settings? Mine does not, same brand. I have the Royal Sovereign laminator. It really doesn't have heat settings. My heat settings are hot and cold. So that, I don't know how helpful that is, but I always just turn mine on hot. And honestly, I love my laminator. Aside from it being a little noisy at times, it really gets the job done with any of my ThermOWeb Deco foil crafting. Ooh, this one came off easy. All right, let's get this one in place. I'm trying to make sure that all of my adhesive transfer portions are directly touching to my paper. That's very important. How long do you let it heat up? Good 20 to 30 minutes. Mine groans too, Julia. Julia posted a fantastic ASMR video to her Instagram today, you guys. And I was like, oh, she has the same laminator as me. But I think we've talked about that before. But oh, the one thing that you have, Julia, that we might have to talk about is your craft mat. Because it looks like there's no glare on it. And I would kill for that sort of a laminator. So we may have to talk on the side. But Julia is on today's Instagram hop, so she's Busy Bunny, B-U-Z-Y-B-U-N-N-Y. So make sure to check out her ASMR video if you guys haven't yet. It's really cool. All right, let's see. No. Get a little bit further down. Let's see, this one might have a little bit of a problem with, but I might just have to go with it. Yeah, we'll be fine. It'll work. Yeah, because otherwise I'm going to screw other things up. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut out this Don't Worry, Be Happy. I don't think Julia was at the expo, but I could be wrong. I was at the expo and I did not meet her. So Julia, if you answer yes to that question, I'm going to be upset that we didn't see you. And yes, Julian, that's why I cut them really close, is because the way that I'm layering them. Because you don't want any sort of overlap, but if it happens, it happens. All right, so I want my... Where do I want this? I want this kind of halfway through the yellow. So I want to say the Don't Worry and then the B. All right, now I'm going to try my best to get this lined up. Just like that. Perfect. I think that's pretty good. And then the happy is going to go underneath once we get it all situated. Okay, I'm happy. Don't worry, be happy. Okay, let's do a heat transfer method with our transfer adhesives. I know this live is going a little bit longer, but I just wanted to make sure that I showed you guys everything that was released so you guys get a little bit of a better handle of what you might be looking at on the store. And to make sure you guys knew how it gets used. So I got my laminator back out. So let's go ahead. The other thing that I wanted to ask you guys, and we can talk a little bit more about this later. And I figured you weren't, Julia. I know that you're not very close by, and I feel like you probably would have, there probably would have been some little rumblings that I would have known. But the other thing I wanted to ask you guys is that World Card Making Day is actually rapidly approaching. It is the first Saturday of October, which means that it is October 1st, and that's only a couple short weeks away. Us at ThermOWeb, we would really like to do something special for you guys, and we're talking about some ideas of what to do, but we want to make sure whatever we're doing is going to be something you guys want. So sound off below if you guys have any sort of recommendations for something that you would like to see ThermOWeb do for World Card Making Day. Maybe there's a certain product or technique that you'd really like displayed in a video. Maybe you guys would like some sort of a contest if we give some sort of parameters, like a card sketch of sorts, or maybe you're just dying to see certain foils used or certain color palettes, or you want to get your holiday craft on. Let us know what you guys might want to do, because we want to make sure that if whatever we're doing, you guys want to make sure you're going to participate in it and have fun with it, and that's really important to us. So if you have any questions or any sort of suggestions for something that you might like ThermOWeb to do for World Card Making Day, be sure to let us know. All right, I want to go ahead. What are we doing? Is this gonna fit? Because I have this, and I don't think it's gonna fit. This is, no, that's not gonna fit. Very close, but no Fumar. A virtual swap, a live video. Okay, so Renee says a live video. Julianne says a virtual swap. Jean says a contest and giveaways. All right, so that's a couple different ideas. And we're definitely going to take these all into account before we make a decision. We'll be sure to let you guys know. I'm going to go ahead, cards for charity. That's a very unique and kind idea, Cindy. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to cut a strip of this off. Oh, it was already out. What the heck? All right, that should work. And then I should be able to just roll this back up. All right, a contest, you enter a project. And then just so you guys know about contests, I have been facilitating a monthly ThermOWeb challenge in the fan club, where every month I have a certain theme that you guys, if you have a project that uses ThermOWeb, you can enter it into the album and be considered, this month is a $30 gift card. So be sure to enter if you guys would like. This month's theme is actually the easiest theme that we've done yet to participate with. It's just all things ThermOWeb. So if you create anything that uses a ThermOWeb product that can be visible, that is probably our only parameters, we want to see what you're using, go ahead and take a picture and enter it into the September challenge album. I believe it closes on September 30th, and then we will choose a winner to win a $30 ThermOWeb gift certificate. So if you guys are looking for any sort of challenges, we do have that as well. I also need black foil. I think we're okay. I hope you didn't lose the video. I see a shadow kind of rumbling around. Okay, we're good. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I want to go ahead. I have my black foil. Listen, y'all, I need to order some more black foil because I think I'm towards the end of my stash of it. And it's like a staple. Let's see. There we go. That should be good. And I can roll the other back up. I know, I'm kind of sitting here and getting all these things together. What is the club name? You're actually in the club right now, Kathleen. It's the ThermOWeb Craft Room Facebook group, which is where you guys all are. That's where this video is taking place. We are considered a private group, which means that you had to answer a couple questions and get approval to enter the group. But in this group, that's where you're going to find the monthly challenge. So I'd really love if you guys would take a moment to just submit if you have the chance to make something. And it's really a fun way to kind of encourage yourself to craft something in your stash. All right, so let's go ahead. So we're going to take off the foil or the adhesive transfer for the Don't Worry. Yep, we got to, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can kind of see like a wet watermark sticker of sorts. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to cover it with the black Deco foil. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take each of these off. Where's my tweezers? All right, perfect. And we're gonna go ahead. Let's cover it like that. And I'm gonna trim just a wee little bit off. And let's trim a little bit off here. You know, this trimmer works perfectly on a glass mat. Did I tell you, every once in a while, this sewing mat, this safety mat. All right, I'm gonna say we're good. So we've got everything all lined up, and we're gonna do one last heat transfer method tonight, and then we can get into card assembly. So let's go ahead, putting it into my craft sandwich. They're called Adhesive Transfer Designs. We've got a great lineup of them right now on our website. Of course, we've got all the new Deco foil ones that have come out today. That would include the Happy Everything, the Oh Hello, and then also the Cheers Adhesive Transfer Designs. Or if you guys haven't checked them out yet, we've actually been having a couple releases with them as well with some other fantastic companies in the crafting world. We've got, I believe it's 3 sets with Gina K Designs. We have a slew of offerings right now with Unity. I want to say we have like 6 or 7 Unity designs. It's pretty fantastic. We also have, I believe it's 2 Brutus Monroe designs. So if you guys like any of those companies, we do have some adhesive transfers in the shop right now that are in stock that are collaborations with those companies, and it kind of adds that company's flair into the ThermOWeb style. Gonna go squeeze in another order this week before my husband faints. Hey, get them in. And just know, guys, if you have not placed an order on the ThermOWeb website before, new email subscribers do get a coupon for 10% off, and we do have free shipping at $50. So if you hit that $50 threshold, which a lot of times is not that hard to do, unfortunately, but fortunately at the same time, because I love not having to pay for shipping. So take advantage of it if you can. Let's go ahead. All right. So I've got my drinks. I did, if you guys can see, and because I pointed out, you're gonna notice, but I think if I didn't say anything, you wouldn't. A little bit of my umbrella didn't transfer because of the overlap with my acetate. And we've got our Don't Worry, Be Happy, or Don't Worry, Be. Oh, it looks so good. And it's got that Deco foil shine to it. What more can you ask for? All right, let's go ahead and work on assembling everything. So I'm going to go back to the toner sheet of the Mystic Foil, and I've got an A2 size card base. I'm gonna take my Tape Runner XL, which actually was one of the very first, this little beauty is one of the very, very first products that I've ever purchased for my craft room. And this thing is from like 2016. And it still holds up. Mind you, I've had to buy lots of refills, but it still holds up. And I'm using the Tape Runner XL in lieu of a liquid adhesive because I have found that sometimes when you use glue on the back of a toner sheet, it can kind of warp and ripple a little bit. So I like to just sort of hedge my bets, or not hedge my bets, but like be cautious and use the dry method of adhesive with the Tape Runner XL. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, press it down. And see, no warping, looks great, it's beautiful, I love it, and all that jazz. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the panel that we've spent so much time on. How about more gnomes from Gina K Designs? I don't have any information about the gnomes. I know that there are still some fall add-ons available that you can check out. I do know that they require the initial set, which is sold out, and I don't believe it's planned on being restocked, but those gnomes are pretty cute. I'm just going to use this Tape Runner XL on this as well. Let's make sure my card's gonna open the right way. Perfect. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty good. I'm wondering if I can just sort of nudge it up just a wee little bit. Like that. Make sure it looks, oh, that looks pretty good. All right, we got that. And then we're gonna go back to our happy, and I'm gonna use some foam tape on this. I'm using the 1/16 iCraft 3D foam tape in white. I love this. I have a nice, beautiful big roll of it. We also have a lot of different foam offerings in different colors and thicknesses. So we've got it in black and white, 1/16 inch and 1/8 of an inch. That 1/8 of an inch is really gonna be a fantastic length if you guys are looking for making any sort of shaker cards. But of course, we also do have our strips and our squares that you can purchase as well, because those are things that a lot of us are very comfortable with, and I agree with them. They're very convenient. All right, let's see. I'm hoping I can just kind of have this go across entirely. Pretty close, pretty close. It's gonna have to get cut right at the end, and that's okay. Let's just trim that corner. Perfect. And if you guys are just joining, we are going to be finishing up this card soon, which means that giveaway is going to be, the winner is going to be pulled shortly. If you haven't commented, make sure that you do so you can be entered to win your Oh Hello or Happy Everything prize pack. Yeah, did it go off? No, it didn't. Okay. So just got to make sure it's even. Oh no. I don't know why my light went off. That's okay. Don't worry, be happy. My light is being fickle tonight. All right, I've got some Studio Katia Iridescent Bubble Embellishments. You may want to use non-stick scissors. Does that tape stick to your scissors? Really good point. That's why I use these specific scissors. These are detail scissors from Spellbinders, Fun Stamper's Journey. They're non-stick, so it's really easy to cut through foam tape with them. If you don't have that non-stick finish, it's very difficult sometimes to get to not have that gunk. So I do recommend those non-stick scissors. Oh my gosh, so many new people joining us tonight. That makes me so happy. So happy. I'm so glad you guys are here, and I hope that you are loving this new release. Now, I do really love my iridescent bubbles, which means I have no more of my larger size bubbles left, but that's okay. We'll just use the medium and the smaller sized. Maybe I'll put an extra one on for extra glitz, you never know. All right, got that, and let's do 3 more up here. I think that looks pretty good. Where are the bubbles from? They are from Studio Katia. I believe I have them linked on the blog for this post. I think they're found on a handful of different websites, but they are from Studio Katia. Let's grab, we've got our wax tip pen, and I've got some of my very well-loved bottle of UltraBond that doesn't have a lot of UltraBond left in it, but we're gonna use every last drop. Fooey. Come on. There we go. Sometimes you need a little extra something just to push those down. Why is it such a task sometimes, though, to use adhesive? This is being a little difficult today. And it's no fault to my glue. It's this little wax tip pen. There you go. Just make sure. There you go. Oh, this is the UltraBond permanent adhesive. It does dry clear. It's available on the ThermOWeb website. We do have it in 3 sizes. There is a 1 ounce, there is a 2 ounce, and what I'm using is the best value, which is the 6 ounce. And then we also do have the some metal tip applicators on the site as well. The one that I have is from an old bottle. It's not a ThermOWeb tip, so but we do have ThermOWeb tips that fit on all of the bottles if you guys are looking for some of those fine metal tips. My poor tweezers are getting a workout tonight. All right. I also try when I'm using embellishments to make sure that I'm not putting too much down that it's creating like a ring around it. Let me just tell you, I'm not succeeding tonight. Do you mail cards with darling bubbles? Wonder if they hold up and stay in place. Okay, when I first started crafting, I was really having an issue with embellishments not staying on cards when I mailed them. My friends would open my cards and then there would literally be like confetti coming out of sequins and embellishments. But from what I have found, using the UltraBond permanent adhesive, it's a really good grip. And when I use this, I have not had a complaint from when I have mailed anything that it's come off. Now, mind you, you do have to use a little bit of it just to make sure that everything is gonna stick. If you just do like a little scraping of it, I don't know if it's gonna adhere very well. But this is the card that I made the other day, and these are not really coming off when I brush like this. I do recommend, though, if you're mailing anything with embellishments or foam tape on them, put an extra ounce on there so you make sure it gets to your destination, so an extra ounce of postage. So, all right, you guys, we are all taken care of tonight. Do you keep a metal pin? I do. I do keep a metal pin just to keep it unclogged. That's just personal preference. All right, so we are all done. So this is the card we made tonight. And it was replicating this card. You guys, you know what? I did pretty good. I'm always a little astounded when I'm able to like replicate it pretty well. Aside from my little mishap with this umbrella that you only know about because I told you, you know, that's my thing with crafting. If you think you have a little like mistake, a little blemish, just don't tell someone about it or cover it up with a sequin. They're never going to know. And if they're going to complain about it, just don't send them a card in the future. That's my mentality. Or get them a 99-cent one from the value store, whatever works. But as a little bit of a reminder, let's go over what we used tonight from the new release. So, see, Jean says no one would notice the umbrella. I agree with you. We used all of the lineup of the Happy Everything. So we used the Happy Everything stamp set and die because we did die cut this Happy out of the Happy Everything toner card fronts, which do come in the A2 size. We also use the Happy Everything adhesive transfer designs to get the Don't Worry Bee, and then we use the Cheers adhesive transfer designs to get all of these cute little cocktail glasses. Of course, we had to do something fun for a border, so we did go ahead and we used our toner sheet and we used some Mystic Rainbow on top of it. And aside from the Don't Worry Bee, which is just black deco foil, all the other foil that was used in today's project is the Mystic Rainbow. So, I hope you guys love tonight's project. I think this is super awesome. If you guys, I know we're getting to the point where we're going to pull a winner soon, but if you guys haven't done any shopping of the new release yet and you want to buy anything from tonight's live, head on over to my blog. I've got everything linked up for you, so it's easy to find on the website. I know that Julia shared it a couple times in tonight's live, or you can just go to ThermOWeb, click the blog link on the top, and you'll be able to find everything that was used. I also list as well the ink colors that I use. Any products that may not be considered on the ThermOWeb website do get listed on there as well for you guys in case you want to look those up. So, all right, you guys are so awesome. Thank you all for being here tonight. What a fantastic Facebook Live. So, so many names to say thank you to. So let's start. Let's go. All right, so Jean said such fun. That's what we're going to start with. So I'm going to start with my thank yous. I'm going to say thank you, Jean and Carletta, and thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Kathleen, and thank you, Liz. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Lynn. I think, Lynn, I said thank you twice, but you get just double one. That's okay. Thank you, Julianne and Donna. Thank you, Helen, and Jean again. Thank you. And then Kathleen. Dawn, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I hope that all of the things that I went through tonight really help you guys come up with ways to use this new release. And thank you. We've got H.R. Fisher. Thank you. And thank you, Barbara and Jilly. Kathleen, you were so great tonight with participating. Thank you. And thanks, Renee. You guys are wonderful. And then our winner for tonight's live is, Julia pulled it. It is Cindy Dowd Stitch. So congratulations, Cindy. That's so awesome. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, Cindy, is after tonight's live, give me a little bit just to get situated. I'm going to say within 10 minutes or so of the live, I'm going to find you and I am going to send you a direct message on Facebook. So I will send you that message and you'll be able to communicate with me and we'll work out getting you your prize package. I'll ask you a couple questions and we'll get everything situated. So, oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for being here. This was an absolutely wonderful Facebook Live. What a fantastic way to end our new release week with all of our new products using the Happy Everything and Oh Hello lineup, along with those super cute Cheers adhesive transfer designs as well. I hope you guys have lots of inspiration. I know that the paper education team came up with some amazing ways to use this set. Oh my gosh, some absolutely beautiful scrapbook layouts that I've just been like gazing at because the use of the stamps with that oh hello and Happy Everything were just breathtaking. They really outdid themselves. And I know that there's some of the cards that were created have beautiful ink blends on them. Just a lot of fun. So thank you guys all so very much for being here tonight. Like Julia said, be sure to head on over to the ThermOWeb blog if you hadn't yet to snag another chance to win a $40 gift card. And then we're also giving away a $45 gift card through our Instagram hop. Start on the Instagram account for ThermOWeb, which is just at ThermOWeb, and you'll be able to hop along to every other designer that's participating, and you'll get a chance to win that $45 gift certificate to get your shop on. So thank you guys all so very much for being here. Also, if you guys are watching, if you have any sort of suggestions, any other things that you may be looking for World Card Making Day, which is coming up on October 1st, please make a comment and let us know. We want to do something special for you all that you all are going to love to see, and we're going to get to working on that really soon. So we'd love any comments or feedback on that. So thank you all so very much. And then don't forget, I've got all the products for tonight's live listed on the ThermOWeb blog. Be sure to head on over, check it out. Use those links to make any purchases, as anything is all linked up and it'll be easy to navigate for you. And yeah, that's fantastic. So thank you all so very much. We'll get this uploaded to our YouTube channel very soon, within a couple days. And if you ever have any questions and it's not the actual live recording, always feel free to just tag me in the Facebook group and I'll be happy to answer your questions as soon as I can. Once again, I'm Justin Adkins. I'm part of the paper education team and one of the administrators for the ThermOWeb Craft Room Facebook group. You all have been absolutely wonderful tonight, and I can't wait for our next live later this month. Thank you all so much.